This video I want to share about like a serious situation, almost a tragic situation with Ken, my newest newborn. He had to go to the emergency room today, and he still is at the hospital. They had to drive him over in the ambulance to a special hospital for children. He had a hard time breathing because he had some inflammation in his lungs that made it very difficult for him to breathe, and also he was throwing up his milk constantly, so he wasn't getting any nutrients in his body. He was getting diarrhea, so he was getting dehydrated. We took him into the doctor today, and then immediately we had to take him to the emergency because he was like getting close to, almost close to death. So it was a very scary situation, but luckily everything turned out okay so far. He's still there tonight, and he's with Jenny, and he's recovering, starting to recover. Thank goodness for modern technology, because they were able to put some tubes in his nose and pretty much suck out all the inflammations in his lungs to help him breathe. If it wasn't for the technology, he pretty much probably would have passed away from lack of oxygen. So I just wanted to share what was going through my mind during the whole time that this was happening. I feel that I wasn't spending enough quality time with him, and Jenny would say the same, and she always complains about that. But it's not that I don't want to, it's just that I'm so busy trying to work, trying to make this coon grow, trying to make money to pay the bills, and I'm constantly trying to work. I'm like always trying to work, no matter if I'm there training people or I'm at home trying to make videos, but I'm always working. And my kids, they go to school, and we have all these kids, and I don't give them all the attention that I wish I could give them, and it's sad that I wasn't able to give him that much attention, but it's not that I wanted to live in a society where it forces you to work so much, and the businesses are struggling, or Jenny's business is struggling a lot. I mean, she barely makes anything, and that's mainly because she's really busy taking care of Ken, and I'm doing my hardest, working my hardest to try to make this coon work, make it grow, so then I can get the bills paid and to hopefully establish a bright future for FMK. But there's a lot on the table when it comes to taking care of 5 kids, trying to get this coon to run smoothly, and trying to just basically play this game. I think a lot of us are in that position where we wish we could spend more time with our family, a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, or a close family, but we don't spend that much time with them because we're so busy working. And that's the sad thing. But I was thinking about that, how I don't really spend that much time with them because I'm so focused on work. Another thing that got me thinking about is like this symbol of the dragon. Ken was born in the year of the dragon. and he just came out of nowhere. It was very like unexpected, very spontaneous, and that's what the dragon is known for. It's known for being mysterious, very spontaneous, obviously very powerful, but there's an element of something, I think, mystical and almost involving death. You know, ever since I got this dragon tattoo in my back, my life just like flipped upside down. You know what I mean? Everything was just more, before I got the tattoo, everything was more organized and structured and properly planned out. You know, I had a nice job, had a family, was looking to work, save money, retire, enjoy my pension, live a regular private life. Then ever since I got this tattoo in my back, I swear almost immediately, maybe just not even a week after getting the tattoo, everything just flipped upside down. I just like lost my job like unexpectedly, and it just led to this whole eventual development of FMK, led to the development or the creation of the FMK YouTube, and then eventually led to the creation of the actual physical kun of FMK, commercial kun, where I'm offering services to the public. Ever since then, you know, been teaching publicly, online, sharing videos, teaching people directly, meeting new people, you know, inspiring people all over the world, and inspiring people directly to live a healthier lifestyle, to balance body, mind, and spirit, teaching people about Kung Fu, about martial arts. I mean, I never expected for any of this stuff to happen, but this dragon in my back made it almost seem like it made it happen. And now my life is just so random, like so spontaneous, it's not even funny. Before the tattoo, everything was in order. You know, pay all my credit cards in full, barely had any debt at all, paid off every bill, no problem. Now, I'm in a lot of debt, having trouble paying the minimum balances on my credit cards, been late with a lot of payments and a lot of different things, struggling to pay the bills, struggling to take care of the family, struggling to make this kun grow. And I don't know what the future will hold. I mean, Jenny thinks that people might come after me. Jenny thinks that people might try to assassinate me. I mean, she just thinks all this crazy stuff. But I don't know. You know, sometimes people stop by the kun that I don't know. I mean, that have a lot of martial arts experience, and they seem to be very nosy to see what I'm doing. And sometimes I get, in a way, kind of like indirect type of challenges. And this is just the beginning. Who knows what's going to happen in the future. If FMK keeps growing and starts making a bigger buzz, who knows what types of people is going to attract, and what types of situations I may have to deal with in the future. I don't know. But it's just saying that this dragon in my back, it just made everything just completely flip-flopped. Everything right now is just uncertain. I don't know what's going to happen. So, back to the situation with Ken. He was born in the year of the dragon, and already You know, he was only a few months old, like just a couple months old, and he's had a very close to near-death experience. And none of the kids ever had something like this before. None of the kids ever got this sick at such a young age. None of the kids ever had to go to emergency like this. And he was like completely strong and healthy at first, but then all of a sudden he could have died just like today. Like just this, and that was it. And another thing is, just a few months ago myself, around the time of Thanksgiving, I had my own near death situation that I felt like I was gonna die. You know, and my experiences with this dragon in my back, and with Ken having been born in the year of the dragon, and then seeing what happened to Bruce Lee, you know, him being born in the year of the dragon, and how he's always saying, you know, they call him the little dragon in all his movies, Way of the Dragon, Enter the Dragon. He's known to be the dragon, and how he just died mysteriously. I think when you're dealing with this dragon thing, you gotta be very careful. Seriously. I mean, if you decide to get a dragon tattoo, or anything dragon in your life, you gotta be careful, because it could throw everything, make everything chaotic, your whole life. And I'm not saying it's negative, but also I'm not saying it's completely positive either, because it's like going on a roller coaster and you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, there's a lot of ups and downs, you know. And there's another thing. I had me and Jenny used to had our bedroom the other side where the kids are now, and I painted that room like red, and I had a decal of a dragon in there. And when we're staying in there, we never gotten so many horrible fights before. I think the energy of the room was just too much. It was like too tense and too much tension. The color red combined with the dragon, it was just, we had so many arguments, it's not even funny. Like, almost violent arguments. And I really think that there's things that can't be explained by science. Mysterious things that you just can't be explained, but it's just what it is. These energy levels that we deal with. This thing with the dragon, for example. You know, you gotta be aware, be attentive, be careful. Because, like I stated, the dragon in my back, and with Ken being the year of the dragon, and you know, him almost coming to a near-death experience already, it's just crazy. You know, with my experiences and seeing what happened to him, and seeing what happened to Bruce, and just seeing how the dragon is affecting me like that, it's crazy. So that was what I was thinking about. You know, I'm very thankful that he's okay, or he's getting better. It's not like okay, he's still in there, still in the hospital. And this is just the beginning. And that's the difficulty you have with children, is that now, you know, you have to worry about them getting hurt. Worry about them going through pain and suffering. Worrying about them getting sick. Worry about them dying. There's just a lot to worry about when you have kids. But it's a give and take. And it's the same situation when you're a Sifu and you know, you accept incoming Todais. You end up growing close to them, and they become part of the family, and then it brings a lot of happiness, but then it can also bring a lot of pain. So it's just a very dynamic thing when it comes to human relations. And when you get close to somebody, it just brings pain when you have to separate. And that's why there's a lot of people out there that don't want to get close to anybody, because they just don't want to feel pain. You know, and being a father to 5, being a husband, and being a Sifu to, you know, a number of Todais, it's a lot of emotional struggles that have to be encountered. But through time and experience, you can learn to shield off your emotions and not get too emotional with people that you pretty much know are not that serious about the training. So you have to learn to separate yourself and treat it more of like a clientele, professional relationship that's not personal. And you have to carefully select the Todais of whom are the right fit for the kun. That is a necessity in order to become efficient, you know, in what you do, and also to protect, you know, the inner essence of the art. You know, only the right people should learn the art in its entirety, and those who aren't right for it, you know, then they could go to other commercialized schools that promote more of an unpurified version of the martial arts. But you know, watching Ken and watching him have a big struggle breathing, you don't know what to do. You know, what can you do? You know, I mean, you can't. Crying's not gonna help. Being upset and depressed is not gonna help. I mean, you can't do anything about it. The only thing you can do is hand them over to the professionals that have the technology and pretty much hope. You know, and thankfully there is the technology out there available that saved his life. But I could see if we were back in the old days and there was not this technology, he pretty much could have passed away, you know, from lack of oxygen. So it is what it is. And we'll see what happens. Only time will tell. So all the supporters of FMK, stay tuned for more to come, as long as I'm here.